All right, we're now recording. Okay, welcome everyone to the September meeting of IPMS London, both friends and guests. Good to see you all. I see we've got people from here, there, and everywhere, including as far away as good old sunny Melbourne, Australia, where David's there waving away. Good to see you, Dave.
Thank you.
All right, so let's just go through. I'm just going to turn on my screen sharing again. We'll see if I can figure this out tonight. Slideshow right there. Okay. And go share. And you guys should see the slideshow now. Yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Almost.
perfect. There we go. Give it a second. Okay, so we'll go down here. I'll get back to that. So, yep, usual stuff. Zoom etiquette, just if you're going to do something noisy, mute yourself. So club business, there's not really anything, not much more on the library availability. It's still going to be into the new year. Here in Ontario, Canada, in London here, we might actually have a tightening. We'll see what happens. So as usual, just be safe and take care of each other. Okay, on the tables. So again, I've got just a couple tonight, but if anyone has anything for afterwards, you can stick it up in front of the camera and I'll spotlight your video. So we're going to start with Mr. Hill. I put all his stuff here, but he's going to explain it all. So you had quite a few photos, Mike, of your two various subjects.
Yes, that's my most recent pride and joy, the Airways Comet 4C that I had a lot of fun building. Added a fair number of scratch built parts. Well, not really technically scratch built, just bent some wire and stuff like that. But I got all the fuel vents and dumps. If you look at the wingtip closest to you, down by the aileron, you can see that little black dot. Thank you. Down towards the aileron corner. Go to your right. Yeah, there you are. That's one of the fuel dumps. Fuel vents. The decals are JBot custom, obviously. And in that picture, now that I've done it, the static wicks are a little too big for my liking. So next time I do that, I'm going to get some Cat5 cable or Bell telephone cable and strip that down and see how thin that wire is.
They're still bloody small, mate.
That's about 0.006.
Oh, God.
3D printed exhaust pipes.
Very, very
all
nice.
the antenna on the top and bottom. Uzi rigging wire, 0.003 down the middle one, which you probably can't see. And
No.
the two outside ones are 0.005. Cut and lowered the flaps on the wings and on the underside.
What are you using for painting these days, Mike? What do you use for paint?
All the color on that is Tamiya. The black, I mixed up most of the black. The tips are a black. I can't pronounce it on a good day. Vallejo.
Vallejo, yep.
And the static discharge and those fuel dumps I was talking about. That's AK rubber black.
Right. White's so difficult to paint, so it's always neat when someone pulls it off. That looks really nice.
Thank you.
All right, then you also had something else. You had two more things, and we'll start with that.
Yeah, the next two were gifted to me from a fella down the States, one of many that has had a vacuum form in his stash for donkey's years and finally realized that he's not going to make it. And he says, I know this daft Canuck that'll do it. So he sent that up to me. Oh, just hold on for a moment, please. I'll be right back. I don't have it at hand. He sent that X1E, which is 1/72nd scale, so it's a cute little thing. Nice, easy build. Again, JBot decals, Tamiya white, and the aluminum is again Vallejo that I brush painted on. And one of the tips I picked up from somebody was to add some pledge to the paint, and it really did help in smoothing it out and the adhesion of it too.
Interesting.
And the decals are mostly J-bot, but the stenciling is from the kit.
Very nice.
The tail end, you can just see down the bottom, they're supposed to be round with 4 nozzles on it. For this little kit, I wasn't going to go through the hassle of modifying it and making it round, so it just got 2 little black dots. And that's a RAF Donamy, better known as the Hawker Sidney 125 or BAE 125. Built straight out of the box. Again, Tamiya paints mainly. Some of the other colors are Vallejo, such as the wheels and the nose cone. J-bot decals.
Very nice indeed.
I was so itching to make some of those antenna, but I said, no, it's out of the box. I'm just going to take what's in the box.
Hey, what's that behind there?
Oh yeah, that's just you know, sometimes when I'm taking pictures, I like to put another model back. That's a Airfix fuselage of a Hunter. I can't remember what mark. And the wings and the exhaust are from another manufacturer to make the paper project of a supersonic Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a basic Hunter unless you sit the tube aside, and the wings are dramatically thinner and swept, obviously.
Right. Very nice. You've been keeping busy as always.
Yeah.
All right, let me go back here.
Oh, but the same fellow that sent me those kits, and I'll go downstairs and get it, sent me C141A,
Mm-hmm.
and it is just massive.
I can imagine. In 72nd?
Yeah.
Oh God. So you're gonna have to put a new wing on the house, I guess.
The wing on the house, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Very nice. Okay, Mr. Carey, you've been working on this one for a while, and they look very nice.
Yeah, except it's 1/48.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. I will fix that. It was just
No.
so awesome looking when I saw it.
Oh, there you go. This is the 1/48 Tamiya kit. It was part of my was my 1-year build, which is due this Saturday.
Yes.
So it's in the markings of Commando Nuwatni. So Commander was Nuwatni's aircraft, built more or less out of the box. The exception is that it has the ultracast seat in it. I didn't get a cockpit shot yet, but nice model. The only regrets I have, and you can probably see it in the photograph, is you can see the wing walk line limitations. Those are Tamiya. I could not get them to sit and to sink into the wing, so I just went ahead with it, and then I switched the decals. I used EcoCal decals for the rest of it.
Right.
So
very nice.
Nice kit. That's the underside, a little bit of weathering. Not a lot to say about it other than it's a very, very nice kit. I would highly recommend it if you want to build a 262.
Very cool. Okay, anyone have any questions about that one?
How did the camo on the tail wing?
So I masked all of that. The decal sheet, the EcoCal decal sheet, I think comes with it, but I decided to mask it, so I just cut the yellow Tamiya tape and masked it out. It worked pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. And then yours truly. It's not done yet, but this is the Academy Panzer IV. I've been trying some new weathering techniques. I did the chipping technique for the first time, the hairspray chipping technique, and I can see why people like it. I do need some practice on it, but it's, went together fine, playing around with the oils and some of the other effects now. So I've got like some of the Vallejo rust effect there. So yeah, just I'm at the point now where I'm weathering or I'm painting the tracks. They're just rubber tracks. And then I'll weather them and I'll weather the drive wheels. I always put my drive wheels on kind of after I place the tracks in, just so I don't have to play the stretching game, followed by the language game if something breaks. But yeah, good simple build. It's not the most, apparently, if you're a Panzer IV aficionado, it's not the most accurate, but I wouldn't know. So yeah, works very, very well. The decal sets are from the kit with the exception of the Africa Corps logo because it didn't have one. So I fortunately had one from an old Tamiya kit, probably a Panzer II from way, way back. The decal's probably almost as old as me, that particular one, but it worked well. It went on well. This is all painted with all Tamiya. I used the Vallejo chipping fluid to try airbrush that on. And yeah, the one thing I did learn is literally after you put the chipping fluid on, you let that dry, and then you put on your overcoat, like the sand in this case, you literally have to start chipping as soon as it's dry. The longer you wait, the more of a pain in the ass it is.
You got to do it almost right away.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I found out. So that's cool. Again, you learn things from it. So I think next time I'll actually try just the hairspray, which people use. I think my wife has this brand, so I might get away with it. We'll see. So yeah, that was basically mine. So let me turn off the screen share. Okay, does anyone else have anything they want to show? Oh, here we go, Mike Scott. Let me make you the spotlight. There we go. You should all be seeing Mike's, the monster there he's got.
Yeah, I don't have a measuring tape with me, and I can't remember how long that is, but it obviously fills the screen. And for a comparison, there's a 1/72 Harrier.
That thing's a beast.
It's going to be a big dude, isn't it?
Oh man, yeah, that's going to be a monster. Again, like I say, you'll just have to have a new wing of the house to do that. Okay, I'll go back to get. Let me turn off.
Newton does not like doing screen transitions right now.
Oh, that's fine. All right. Anyone else have anything to show off?
If I can get my Zoom to go on so I can open up my camera, I can show off my current project.
Okay, well, you do that. I see Bill threw up something, so we'll spotlight him. Hang on. What's he got there? He's got the 1/72 scale Starfighter, the RANF AF version. Interesting.
Yeah, I have some CAF markings for it, so
Very good. Very
that
good.
and
Yes, the Academy B-17. Is that the Memphis? That has the Memphis spell?
I'm gonna do it as the RCAF Heavy Lift Squadron.
Very nice.
So
Okay.
Can't show mine yet. It's not here.
No worries. Take your time, Robert. Dave, did you have one?
Yeah, I got a mail call today.
Okay, hang on. Let me spotlight you. Here we go. Ooh, some Lift 46.
Yeah,
Ooh, nice.
I thought it was cool with the dual
Yeah,
pulse rocket engines there, right?
yeah.
And it comes with wood grain decals.
Oh, wow.
So I got it from Ushi Vanderosten over in Germany there.
Right.
So this just showed up in the mail today. I've been waiting for a while for it. So it looks like a stunning kit. I've seen a couple of reviews of it, and it just looks gorgeous. So I couldn't resist. I thought it might make a nice shelf mate to my X-15, you know?
Yep. Yep. The what ifs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Steve, I see you got some cars there.
I'm just going to exit and rejoin the meeting because
Yeah,
for some
that's
reason
fine.
Zoom's just giving me issues. All right, I'll be back.
Yep. Mr. Slater's got some vehicles. Nice looking Mercedes.
And Lego.
And the Lego one, yeah. Hey, they're cool. When I worked at General Dynamics, there was a guy there that had one. Wow, that's looking pretty wild in that light.
oh yeah,
It's like a 70s era, dude, or a 60s era Stormtrooper.
Yeah, it was it's a Rasta stormtrooper. Although a cat got at it and took most of that away. But
Very cool. Very cool.
anyway.
That's
all.
very nice. All right.
My
Anyone
next
else?
project, maybe resuming this.
Let me spotlight you. Hang on. Oh,
Oh,
nice. Is that a King Tiger?
Yes, it's a King Tiger with full interior and transparent. The
Oh,
like
yep.
the half of it is transparent
Parent, yeah.
armor.
That'll keep you out of trouble.
I did it to this point, like with
Oh, yeah.
all the torsion bars built,
Mm-hmm.
and I also have finished some interior
That's a great
parts
kit.
like the engines and stuff.
Right. How do you
But
find?
then I just switch other project because it just takes too long. Yeah, because I want to paint the interior, so I have to like switching between painting and building, painting and building.
Mhm.
Like each time I finish building some part of it, I have to glue it in.
Right.
So I wasn't having a very good painting booth by that time. So I just think I will put this away, find a time to go back.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Norm, you were saying it's a good kit, too.
Yeah, it's a great kit. I did the kit with the full interior, but not the transparent sides. And it goes together really, really nice. Rear bulkhead was a bit of a challenge, but overall, excellent kit.
Yeah, like I think it fits very well. The only thing, just
wait
like
till you get to the putting the top on. That's where the challenge is.
okay. Yeah. So the problem right now I'm feeling is just like the A7V I built
Hello?
2 months ago.
Yeah, you're
It
there,
was-
Robert.
All right, but my
Yeah, I
visual's
was
still
gonna say,
gone.
Stuart, I was going to show you mine, but it's not here yet.
Well, that's fine. One thing I do notice is I really like how some of the companies now are doing transparent options. I'd like to see more of that. Like when the Hong Kong models Lancaster came out, you had the option of the transparent side, and it's nice to see that. I wish more companies would do that, especially when you got those beautiful interiors, and then you got to hide the darn thing. So, okay, Robert, you got your camera going yet?
No, because I can't even get Zoom to show me the screen. I can see it in the background if I have another window over on top of it, but as soon as I open Zoom, I get a black screen.
Oh, that sucks.
Ooh.
Well, you may just have to post it to the Facebook page.
Yeah, or post it in another time.
Yeah,
It's
it
only
happens.
still a work in progress, but I'm probably going to have to end the meeting now as I try and troubleshoot this.
Okay, well, if you come back in, I'll keep an eye, and I'll let you back in.
Yeah, no problem. All right.
All right.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yep. So anyone else have anything interesting?
Let me jump back in here. This is the instruction book for this kit, and it's like a thick book. It's like really, it's almost like it's reminiscent of Wing Not Wings.
Oh wow!
It's very detailed, and there's a ton of marking options in this kit. There's like
Cool.
6 or 8 or something.
Where did you find that one, Dave?
I saw somebody post it on Facebook. So 2, 4, 6, yeah, there's 7 or 8, and there's side views. So I got it from Germany. Ushi van der Rosten over there was carrying this. So I mean, you can find them on eBay and stuff too. But it's
Very
just
detailed.
it's really cool. It's just a really cool.
That's really nice. That's really nice.
Something else too is I've been working on my my Gulf markings Falke. I put some pictures on Facebook. So I got the 2 colors mask. I got a really nice and clean demarcation line. I'm very happy with that.
Nice.
So now I'm gonna put some white circles on here for the numbers. So I'm gonna put 3 white circles on there for numbers, and I got the nice demarcation line, but there's actually got to be a black pinstripe along this demarcation line. So that's gonna be my next challenge, is to put that on there. So after I do the white circles, I figure I'll do the white first, and then I'll put the black pinstripe. So, anyways, that's what I've been up to.
Well, my next kit I've started is from Horizon Models out of Australia. Tony out there was nice enough to send me a couple of review ones. So I've started working on the Mercury Atlas launcher, just literally started test fitting in that. And I'm finding those really good. And I know, Dave, you and Jeff got your order in. That didn't take long.
No, it came in pretty quick, yeah.
Yep. And then David Goldfinch, I know you're almost done that. You're almost done your Mercury capsule. It looks awesome. There it is.
That's what it's looking like.
That's looking fabulous.
I'm just up to the weathering stage now. The biggest challenge was finding the right color for the launch stand, which apparently is a Blue Angels blue.
Okay.
But yeah, that's just about done. I've finished the capsule, which I bought separately. So I've just got to put a nat coat on that, and that one's done. And last but not least, my V2.
Yeah, that came out well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
So I'm
nice.
pretty happy with that. The panel lining, I actually used AK pencils. And oh my God, it has changed my life as to how easy it is to use them. So that's me done.
Even though the marketing department sucks, you know.
Yeah, exactly right. You were mentioning white paint. I found this paint is absolutely fantastic for doing white. It just goes down so well. It's just gorgeous. Really good.
There's also is there still a deal on for listeners
Yeah,
of the
there is.
podcast?
So if you use a promo code, you can get 10% off. You can get it out of the US. There's a company, I think Gunpla Florida or something like that is the North American marketer.
Right.
But I've also tried this for the first time, Solver Set Decal. Oh my God, this stuff is gorgeous. It just works so well. It's really scary when you first apply it because the decal kind of, you know, crinkles up a little bit, but then it just smooths out beautifully and just really sort of settles in. So another life-changing product that I've found that works really well.
Awesome. So for those people who don't know, David's also a podcaster. He does On the Bench with Ian and Julian every 2 weeks, kind of opposite to my podcast, but again, another great one to listen to. And they have SMS Paints as their sponsor, but yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about that paint product. Some good guys, but yeah, definitely check it out. Blappy, I look forward to once you start building some of your Horizon model stuff. I think you're going to really enjoy it. You and Jeff.
Look, they go together really well. You know, some people have had concerns about the seam, but if you can build an aircraft and take the seam out of an aircraft, you're going to have no issues getting rid of the seam on this thing as well.
Yeah.
They're very simple models, but and you can sort of whack them out pretty quickly. But oh my God, they're just a lot of fun. It really is.
Well, the detail and research they've gone into it, like for every mission and whatever, you can tell Tony really likes the subject. So
yeah.
And then when are you going to start your monster Saturn V?
Oh, I'm not. I'm going to do this one next. That's the next one.
Oh yes, right. Yep.
And that's where I'm going to actually try to use real gold leaf, which I've got some now. So
good. Yeah, you were talking about that. Yeah, we're looking forward to hearing the results on the podcast, etc. So
yeah, it'll either be tears of joy or tears of
frustration. Exactly. So, all right. Anyone else have any other news, views, anything to show off?
Stuart, I sent you some things already in your email. I don't know if you have it yet.
Let me have a quick peek. Hang on. You never know. Let's see here. Oh, yes. Okay. Hang on. I'll share my screen. We'll just show you this way. So let me just get my screen going again. Share screen. Where is it here? I think it's going to be this one. Or it's going to be screen 2. There you go. Okay. Is that working now?
Yeah, I see it. So, guys, if you have been seeing some of my work, I've been posting it to the London IPMS Facebook site. These are pieces that are in progress for me right now. I'm working on the sceneries for doing bases for my M48 tank projects. What you're looking at is the walls that came from Mini Art. I made those years ago, and now I'm finally putting them together into the bases and the scenery. What you're seeing in the foreground is gas pronto clay being impressed on with a acrylic roller that I got from Green Stuff World. And that was my very first attempt using that. And I think that it's a great thing to have. It's a great tool. One of the things we do when we do bases and everything, I find that we end up buying these sheets and we always cut them all up and then we need more. But with that roller and continuing with using putty, you just create your own every time and you don't have to buy more sheets anymore. So for a European street, with stones and bricks and things like that, this is a great idea. It also does great walls too. Um, the only thing is that when you roll out the Das Pronto, you have to have another roller to sort of smooth it out first, and then you use the acrylic roller from Green Stuff World to do the rest of that, what you see there.
Very cool. And I know you can get those rollers through FlexiFile. They carry Green Stuff.
Yes, they have them as well.
Yeah. All right, there's the beast.
Yes, that is one of my other projects on the go. That one is the same idea using Das Pronto, and I basically, spread it out and created my groundwork. Now, one of the things about the surface is you notice it's got a bit of a texture to it. One of the nice little tools that I use for that while the clay's still wet is a scouring pad that you use in the washing dishes and things like that. It makes great impressions, and you just, while it's still wet, you just dab it on and it makes that great impression. And also you can lay your tracks and wheels and whatever else you want into it before it dries. Now, one thing I will make a very important note. If you do this with your model, you have to leave the model in the clay while it's still wet, because if you don't, it shrinks and your model won't fit on that afterwards. So you have to leave it on there and let it dry with it on top, but it won't stick. It just won't shrink around it. So after it dries, you can gently lift it off and it's all fine. But that is the next piece for Vietnam scene. Now in the forefront, you notice the edges are a little rough, but actually last night I actually trimmed it all, so now it's all nice and smooth, as you can see here. I've smoothed the whole thing out and the edges are all fine now, and I've actually started laying the groundwork and the soil onto it.
That's cool.
Last piece. As I've said to a lot of people in the past, that you don't usually come across a scenery with a bridge, and it's a rare sight to see. And the interesting thing about this one was that plaster bridge was a very ill-fitting piece. It has a lot of warp parts, and nothing seemed to fit properly. So I had to do a lot of fiddling around to sort of make it look real. I hope I pass after I put the paint on it, but right now it's kind of hard. But cutting and shaping that into the foam blocking and everything was it was a bit of a challenge. It was a bit of a challenge. I remember the first time I did that one with another model I did, and it just turned out really amazing. So I'm hoping that this one will turn out pretty good as well. But
Love the weathering you've done there. That looks really good.
Thank you. The biggest challenge about building this piece was the roadway that sits on top of the bridge, because that's all styrene, and I ended up shaping and carving all the little bricks that went on top of it. So all we'll say, we'll see what happens when I put the paint on it.
Okay. I'll turn off the share. See all your ugly faces again. Okay, so anyone else have anything? Any other news, discussion?
May I tell another cute little funny story about the bean counter? Or
Yes.
river counter, sorry.
Okay.
Would you be so kind as to call back the comment and the, I don't really know if I sent you an overview of it.
Hang on a sec. Let me have a look. I think I threw up everything you sent me, but let me load up the PowerPoint again. And we'll put it there. I'll just got to move some screens around here. Bear with me. That one there. And then we go, getting there. Come on, there it is.
And I also received some help during that build from the Canapoo's Facebook page. They were very nice answering some of my daft questions. And the finished build got a good reception from those. So that was kind of
All right.
pleased with that.
Okay. Is that the one you want there?
I don't see anything.
Now give it a second. I'm sharing the screen. Anything come out yet?
Ah, there you go. Okay, that's
Yep.
good. That works.
That works? Okay.
The upper wing rondelle. I don't know where the guy is, but he was actually nice enough to send me a private message suggesting that I take my post down and reposition the rondelles because they're supposed to be outside of the slipper tank in front of the ailerons. And I had a chuckle at that, sent him a picture of the real thing.
Mm.
And again, I give him credit for being man enough and replying, I'm sorry, you are correct.
Awesome.
But I do agree, they certainly do look odd being that far inboard.
Yeah, I can see what he's saying, but
Yeah.
hey, it's your model.
And if you're going to criticize, you better know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, but that's good. Oh, we should touch upon your dad. He's been building away.
Yeah, okay, yes.
I'll see if I can find a picture from the Facebook where you're talking.
A couple of days ago, he told me that he was going to spend the afternoon putting decals on. And that evening, I punched out my email, and it's one of those, crap, the decal's disintegrated. Which is, we've all had that happen with older models. And he is not going to get involved in overspraying the decals and all that sort of stuff. He doesn't care if they're yellowed. He's just having fun, right?
Exactly.
He did get in touch with Bill's Hobby. They don't have any decals. He did a search for decals for a George, and he says, I can't find any. So I reached out to, the internet, and nothing came back. I did a search, and yes, they're like trying to find hen's teeth. I can find models of Georges, but not any decals. So I came across some nice markings for same scale 0, ordered those, and he's going to play with those in maybe a week or so whenever they do arrive.
Let's see if this is it. I hate Facebook. Sometimes it doesn't show them. I'm just going to share again. Hang on. I don't think this is it, though. This might be. Share. Is that one of your dads?
That's the 0.
That's the 0. Okay. I'm just trying to see if I can find anything else here. I'm just looking at your feed, and sometimes it gets silly where it doesn't show. Oh, here's
there
one.
it is. That's it.
There it is.
You might as well show my mother, too.
I will indeed. Wonderful, patient woman she is.
So those decals actually don't look yellowed, but they just fell apart in the water, he says. Within seconds, they were floating around in little slivers.
It happens. Well, with all his fans, I'm sure, like you said, if you couldn't find them, I'm sure something would have been done. So that's coming along. Yeah. And then there's your lovely mother.
Yes.
With her latest to keep her busy.
Doing this paint by numbers.
Right. Very good. And then I see the Nomads behind there in a pride of place.
Yeah. One of his prides and joys.
Again, I just, we all love that story. We think it's great that he's doing that. And it keeps him from being underfoot from your mother.
No, it doesn't. They don't have enough room.
Well, how long have they been married? So if they've been this long, it shouldn't matter, right?
How long? Oh, yeah, 66 years in May.
Good for them. Good for them. You got to love it. Got to love it. All right. So other than that, not a ton of other news in the hobby world. I'm not going to get back into the AK fiasco. I'm done with that for now. It's been discussed and talked to death and all that. You can read up about it. Other than that, I noticed the Guelph show, they officially canceled. I saw that. Again, no surprise. I've seen the odd show out of England cancel into early next year. But other than that, I know, Nationals in Vegas, if they can get it going through, it's going to be one of the biggest ever. I think they're in second place now for number of hotel rooms nights. Like, it's big. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so, well, other than that, I got nothing else to say. Anyone else?
Anybody here from the club going to Las Vegas?
Oh, sorry, two of you talking. Mr. Goldfinch, go ahead.
any of you guys planning on shooting down to Las Vegas next year?
Let's see. Hang on. Wait for a few people here. Gary?
I have booked a room for myself and a colleague, so we're planning on it, but I don't, the one laughing, Duncan and I are planning. I didn't want to speak for you, Duncan, but you forced me to. So Duncan and I have booked a room, but we're in this wait and see mode. I mean, if things continue the way they are going in the United States right now, I don't see much changing. If there's a change in government, we may see some proactive measures taken with regards to the pandemic. I'm not convinced that that's going to make a big difference with regards to travel, though. But we'll wait and see. It's still, what, a year away.
Yeah.
So.
Because you're kind of in the same boat, David, aren't you? You're kind of tentatively, depending on what happens, right?
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
Sorry,
wrong Dave.
sorry, David
sorry, wrong
Goldfinch.
there's two Davids.
Two Davids.
Right, okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm planning actually to head over there for sure. It depends upon a vaccine being available, because at the moment our country's got all international borders locked down. So I couldn't even travel out of the country if I wanted to at the moment. But look, I'm a bit of an optimist. I reckon that that there'll be something around they can jab into your arm before August next year. So yeah.
Okay, Mr. Blocky.
I was thinking about, I'm thinking about going to Vegas. I'm thinking, I'm looking forward to Wonderfest too, which is like the first week of June, right? But we'll see what happens. I mean, even if there's a change of government, it may not be a smooth change of government, right? So who knows what kind of state the U.S. will be in down there, because the current guys seem like they'll stop at nothing to prevent themselves from staying out of trouble, because if things change, a lot of people are going to prison down there, I think, for a lot of nonsense going on. So I think, I don't think they would be afraid to start a shooting war in their own nation to keep themselves out of jail, right? So we'll see what happens anyways. But I'd like to go to Vegas, and I got some friends down there, model friends. And of course, there's always Wonderfest. And then next year, there's Space Fest as well, I'd like to go to. Never been to that, so that'd be pretty cool.
We'll see what happens. I probably won't be there next year, but it will be on my bucket list one day. Anthony tells me I got to get to Wonderfest as well. So, but no,
Yeah.
there'll be some podcasters there as well. I know Mike and Kentucky Dave from Plastic Model Mojo are going to be there. So,
Yeah, sure.
thanks either Kurt or Ann for turning on Larry's screen. Now he's looking like Dr. Evil there, with just his head showing.
1 million models.
and he's muted. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, nope. See, now he turned off his
Camera's
video.
off. There you go.
He turned off his video again. There it is. How are you tonight,
There we are.
Mr. Watson?
I'm all right.
That's
How's
good.
everybody?
Not bad. What you been working on? Other than supper.
Just my Phantom.
Okay. Are you planning a trip to nationals? You were hearing our conversation.
I don't think so. I don't know. You never know.
No. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, at some point I want to go, because it'd be awesome if we could get a bunch of us down there, especially all the podcasters. That could be pretty epic. So we'll see what happens. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop recording and close the formal part, but I'm going to leave the room open because we normally do a Wednesday night build night. So I'd like to thank everyone for coming to the formal part, and we'll make sure we make this up available